It's not often you see the words Black Sabbath and ballet in the same sentence, let alone on the same stage, but Birmingham Royal Ballet director Carlos Acosta has teamed up with the heavy metal band's co-founder Tony Iommi with a new production inspired by their music. Stay tuned for a series of interview clips with Tony and Carlos. The show, where pirouettes meet Paranoid, is set to open in September at Birmingham Hippodrome in the band's home city, with further dates in Plymouth and London to be announced. 8 classic tracks, including Paranoid, Iron Man, War Pigs, and Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, have been reorchestrated, with new compositions inspired by the band also to be played live by the orchestra, with guitars and drums integrated into the performance.
Pirouetting to Paranoid. This is Black Sabbath the ballet in their hometown of Birmingham. The heavy metal pioneers were never exactly known for their pas de deux, with Ozzy Osbourne famous for biting bats, not ballet. But the old-time dance great Carlos Acosta, who's now based in Brum, had an idea.
One of the things that I wanted to do when I joined Birmingham Royal Ballet is to bring awareness of the treasure that this city had given to the world, and Black Sabbath. The world, and then the heavy metal world. What's going to be the negotiation? What will be the product at the end? And that excites me.
How easy is their music to dance to?
There are a lot of melodic feels to Black Sabbath. There's a lot there to choose from. There are subjects or a kind of feel for dance.
The ballet, which will premiere in September, is described as a metal symphony over 3 acts, and crucially, Carlos persuaded Sabbath's guitarist Tony Iommi to give the show his blessing.
Black Sabbath the ballet, why?
Why not?
How much did you know about ballet beforehand?
Not a dot. No, I didn't. I've never been to a ballet.
A section will tell Black Sabbath's story and how they became one of the biggest bands of all time. There will even be a dance interpretation of the fateful day when a 17-year-old Tony Iommi lost the tops of 2 fingers in an industrial accident in a sheet metal factory.
They asked you to tell them the story so they get it right.
I thought you were going to say they asked me to dance then. Yes, we've gone through that. They know all about that.
How do you do that in ballet?
The whole thing is different and not been done before.
A big issue lately has been musicals and whether the crowd should be allowed to sing along with them or not. In fact, there was one recently where they banned The Bodyguard.
I saw that. Yes, I saw that.
Sabbath fans, will you be encouraging them to sing along?
Well, I spoke with Carlos about this. I said, you know, they're going to start singing the songs. He went, good, good, good. So he's really open for everything, you know.
How involved's Ozzy?
Ozzy's not really involved. Well, he's in the States anyway, and I'm the only one here.
How is he at the moment?
He's okay. I heard from him a couple of days ago. He's doing all right. I think he's going to have another operation. I mean, he's had so many operations there. It's like, but he's dying to get back here. He's dying to. He really wants to come back to England and live here again.
And see the ballet?
Yes, he might well be. If he's back in time, he'll be here. Yeah.
The Birmingham run has already sold out, but there are hopes that the show will travel around the world. Yes, Black Sabbath back on tour, ballet style.
Never in their wildest dreams could they have predicted this. Black Sabbath the ballet. Pirouettes and pliés to Paranoid, one of the band's biggest hits. Balletic headbangs to tell the story of Birmingham's pioneers of heavy metal. A meeting of two different art forms at rehearsals today, but led by two icons, Sabbath's Tony Iommi and ballet star Carlos Acosta, whose poor working class roots made them a good fit.
Carlos, I can see he's gone through the same thing from nothing, you know, to building up. He had a belief in what he wanted to do. And the same thing as we had, really. We always had that sort of thing that we're going to believe, we believe in what we do and just keep on that path, and everybody's going on the side, oh, you never do any good, you never do this, you never do that. But you just believe in what you do, and eventually, hopefully, well, it did pay off.
Acosta won international acclaim as a dancer. Now the director of Birmingham Royal Ballet, the Cuban-born star has a vision for expanding ballet's appeal. A fan of Sabbath, he commissioned the new ballet, which includes several of the band's tracks and orchestrations of others.
I had the intuition that there were a lot of, eyebrows rising, kind of like saying, whoa, whoa, whoa. Black Sabbath is the way to go. It's a product from Birmingham that has a massive influence worldwide, and then try to negotiate these two worlds, the world of heavy metal and the world of ballet.
After 5 decades, the band, fronted by Ozzy Osbourne, no longer play together. Now retired from touring through illness, Osbourne was last seen on stage with Iommi at the closing ceremony of the Commonwealth Games. But the voices of the band will be played during the ballet performances.
Well, I'd say to the fans that without them, we wouldn't be here. They gave us everything.
Some of the rock fans, of course, might stand up and start singing.
If they can stand up, yeah. Probably 75, 80 years old.
Black Sabbath, the ballet, opens in September before going on tour. The sounds of metal's godfathers back on the road, but not as you'd expect.
World famous band, world famous guitarist meets world famous ballet dancer. You've been married a few times. Is this the perfect marriage you've had yet?
I'm not going to say that. I love it. I love the idea of this. I think it's so different, and it's something that a lot of people didn't expect, including me.
And who in the band was most excited to see your music played to people wearing leotards? And be honest, was it Ozzy?
No, I don't. Ozzy hasn't seen it yet. He's still in California, but I was really excited when I came and got involved in it from the beginning.
And so would you describe yourself as a ballet connoisseur previously, or was this your first venture?
No, I wouldn't. I'd never been to a ballet in my life. But coming and working with these guys and seeing it, it's just fantastic. I mean, and the work that they put in, it's just amazing.
Now that you've been embraced by Birmingham's Royal Ballet, is that a kind of sign that you've been welcomed back? The sons of Birmingham, we're proud of you.
Oh yeah, this has happened over the few years now. We've got a big bench here with our heads on, and a bridge named Black Sabbath, and Ozzy's got a tram here, and now we've got a ballet. So I mean, it's fantastic. In our day, in the early days, it was quite rough. There's a lot of gangs, and it was hard for us to be accepted. Yes, we've done a lot for Birmingham. We've put Birmingham on the map.
If you'd have done this in the 70s and 80s, what do you think your fan base would have made of this?
In the 70s and 80s?
Yeah.
I don't know. A ballet? No, I'd have never ever thought Sabbath ballet, but obviously Carlos did, thank goodness.
From Havana, you've had a very unorthodox route to becoming, ballet's major superstar. From Havana to, Black Sabbath, the ballet.
In 1998, a friend of mine introduced me to Black Sabbath, and I find the lyrics very profound. Lyrics like World Peace, which are very relevant now. When I joined in 2020 the company as a director, I wanted to bring awareness of the treasure that this city had gave to the world.
And for a long time, you have been the leading black figure in ballet anywhere in the world. Do you feel positive about representation in ballet right now, or does ballet still belong to the elites and the upper classes?
I think I like what I'm seeing every time. When I first joined the Royal Ballet in 1998, it was pretty much, I mean, there were in the company of 80, there were only 2 black dancers, and me being the only principal black dancer there was. But now this has changed. Here in Birmingham, we are one of the most diverse companies in the world.
And from Havana to Birmingham, you are now the director of this school here, of this program. Are you now officially a Brummie?
I will never. I will never get rid of my Cuban accent. It's impossible. Hopefully, by the time my time is up here, I can tell you, yes, I am a Brummie now. I'm still working on it.
Thanks a lot for your time, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.